Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoyevsky. Part 1. Underground. I am a sick man. I am a spiteful man. An unattractive man. I think that my liver hurts, but actually, I don't know a damn thing about my illness. I'm not even sure what it is that hurts. I'm not in treatment and never have been, although I respect both medicine and doctors. Besides, I am superstitious in the extreme. Well, at least to the extent of respecting medicine. I am sufficiently educated not to be superstitious, but I am. No, sir, I refuse to see a doctor simply out of spite. Now, that is something that you probably will fail to understand. Well, I understand it. Naturally, I will not be able to explain to you precisely whom I will injure in this instance by my spite. I know perfectly well that I am certainly not giving the doctors a dirty deal by not seeking treatment. I know better than anyone that I am only harming myself by this and no one else. And yet, if I don't seek a cure, it is not out of spite. And yet, if I don't seek a cure, it is out of spite. My liver hurts? Good! Let it hurt still more. I've been living like this for a long time. About 20 years. I am now 40. I used to be in the civil service. Today I am not. I was a mean official. I was rude and found pleasure in it. After all, I took no bribes, so I had to recompense myself at least by this. A poor joke, but I will not cross it out. I wrote it thinking it would be extremely witty, and now I see it was only a vile little attempt at showing off, and just for that, I'll let it stand. When petitioners came to my desk seeking information, I gnashed my teeth at them and gloated insatiably whenever I succeeded in distressing them. I almost always succeeded. Most of them were timid folk. Naturally, petitioners. But there were also some fops, and among these I particularly detested a certain officer. He absolutely refused to submit and clattered revoltingly with his sword. I battled him over that sword for a year and a half, and finally I got the best of him. He stopped clattering. This, however, happened long ago, when I was still a young man. But do you know, gentlemen, what was the main thing about my spite? Why, the whole point, the vilest part of it, was that I was constantly and shamefully aware, even at moments of the most violent spleen, that I was not at all a spiteful, no, not even an embittered man, that I was merely frightening sparrows to no purpose, diverting myself. I might be foaming at the mouth, but bring me a doll, give me some tea, and with a bit of sugar, and I'll most likely calm down. Indeed, I'd be deeply touched. My very heart would melt, though later I'd surely gnash my teeth at myself and suffer from insomnia for months. That's how it is with me. I lied just now when I said that I had been a mean official. I lied out of sheer spite. I was merely fooling around with both the petitioners and the officer. But in reality, I could never have become malicious. I was aware at every moment of many altogether contrary elements. I felt them swarming inside me, those contrary elements. I knew that they had swarmed inside me all my life, begging to be let out, but I never allowed them to come out, just for spite. They tormented me to the point of shame. They drove me to convulsions. I was so sick and tired of them in the end. Sick and tired. But perhaps you think, dear sirs, that I am now repenting of something before you, asking for your forgiveness for something? Indeed, I am quite certain that you think so. But then, I assure you, it doesn't make the slightest difference to me if you do. I could not become malicious. In fact, I could not become anything. Neither bad nor good, neither a scoundrel nor an honest man, neither a hero nor an insect. And now I am elking out my days in my corner, taunting myself with the bitterness and entirely useless consolation that I am an intelligent man, cannot seriously become anything, that only a fool can become something. Yes, sir, an intelligent 19th century man is morally bound to be, an essentially characterless creature, and a man of character, a man of action, an essentially limited character. This is my conviction at the age of 40. I am 40 now, and 40 years, why, it is all of a lifetime. It is the deepest old age. Living past 40 is indecent. It's vulgar. Immoral. Now answer me sincerely, honestly. Who lives past 40? I'll tell you who does. Fools and scoundrels. I will say this right to the face of all those venerable old men, all those silver-haired, sweet-smelling old men. I have a right to say it, because I will live to 60 myself, to 70, to 80. Wait, let me catch my breath. You might be imagining, gentlemen, that I am trying to amuse you, to make you laugh. Wrong again. I am not at all the jolly character that you think I am, or may perhaps think that I am. But then, if irritated by all this prattle, and I feel it already, I feel you are irritated, you'll take it into your heads to ask me what I am. I'll answer you. I am a certain collegiate assessor. I worked in order to eat, but solely for that reason. And when a distant relative left me 6,000 roubles and immediately retired and settled down into my corner. I had lived here previously as well, but now I've settled down in this corner. My room is dismal, squalid, at the very edge of town. My servant is a pleasant woman, an old, stupid, viciously out of stupidity. My servant is a pleasant woman, old, stupid, vicious out of stupidity, and she has a foul smell about her, besides. My servant is a pleasant woman, old, stupid, vicious out of stupidity, and she always has a foul smell about her besides. I am told that the Petersburg climate is becoming bad for me, that with my niggling means it's too expensive to live in Petersburg. I know all that. I know it better than all those wise, experienced counselors and headshakers. But I stay on in Petersburg. I shall not leave Petersburg. I shall not leave because, what difference does it make whether I leave or don't leave? To go on, however, what can a decent man talk about with the greatest pleasure? About himself. Well then, I too shall talk about myself.